Welcome back to the Lazy A-Hole Ranch, everyone. My name is Allie, and we are building this arched cabin here in Colorado. Today we are framing up this end cap on the back side of the house. So, let's just get right to it. The first thing I'm going to do is take this board out because it's not remotely plumbed, and we have to put something at the end of this. I will probably actually set this board aside and cut it for a trim board or something like that. And then I will just cut a new board to go into this place along with a block to go on that sill plate. I'm not sure how we'll attach this because it's 1 inch. So how do you attach a 1 inch block to the end? I hate not being able to do this myself.
Just cut 45 about there. Corresponding 45 piece that will go up in there, so then it'll be supported on that side. Guess what?
What?
The cell phone fit up in all that calculation. Then, oh yeah, the tool has a dimension.
Oh no. Plan B? This seems safe. You don't need to worry about him cutting his leg off. How do you check to make sure it's square and accurate on the 45 and stuff?
Yeah, that'll pretty much tell you what you need to know. This is 45 from this. Yeah, so I'm gonna say it's about a 16th for the curve. Make sure my stuff is all matched up like for like. Hole goes there. Oh, yeah, looks like it was cut for this spot. Flat bottom holes. Seems like a terrible.
Flat bottom holes, you make the rockin' world go round. It would be a great idea for just a cover band in general. Bunch of tradesmen, and they make parodies of songs, but it's about work. It would just be funny, like that, like flat bottom holes. Do it, somebody. The covered band could just be the Carpenters.
Yeah.
I'm funny, damn it. You may ask, why are we cutting this board? Allow me the briefest of moments to explain. If you look at this board, it's fairly flat, whereas if you look at this board, you can see that it's kind of twisted and cupped. So instead of being like this, the board is like this. The board on the front of the arched cabin was fairly cupped. The board on the back of the arched cabin is fairly straight. I measured the front of the arched cabin when I should have measured the back. So you want to make sure you measure each individual area. Let's say that cupped board versus that straight board was 1/8 of an inch of a difference. If you add on to that, I measured 1/8 of an inch wrong. Add on to that, I made a cut that was 1/16 of an inch off because of the kerf of the blade. By then, your measurement is already out 5/16 of an inch. So the problem between the front and the back was a compounding error. If you missed our last video, I saw an error while editing that we are fixing now. I forgot trim boards for the door frames, so Mike is installing a new king stud and cutting the other boards to be the trimmers. It's the easiest way to fix that error so we can move forward with framing the end caps. While Mike's sunglasses are impact rated, you should still watch for nails in your boards. Why do you do that?
It looked like it wasn't quite settled in. It may have been hanging it up on some of the nail glue stuff.
Okay. Would they ever use construction adhesive between them to help stick them together?
Yeah, it wouldn't hurt anything.
Okay. Now that we are back on track, it's time to finish framing this wall. So now Mike's taking an accurate measurement for that king stud on this side so that I can go recut those boards and get this done correctly. I went just a smidge past it so it would be just on that line when I cut it, if you allow for the curve of the blade. If you're enjoying this video, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to keep up to date with our build. And if you would like to know more about the costs associated with building an arched cabin, or to help support us by purchasing handmade soap, head on over to our website, lazyaholeranch.com. Thanks! So, did I do better this time?
Yes.
Proof that anyone can learn this. As you saw in the last video, I didn't do so hot, but this time I've got it dialed in. I'm really figuring this out as I go, and I really feel like anyone can do this. I believe in you. So to be extra smart, Mike double checked all the measurements on the floor just to make sure we were correct. I had a bad day that day, but that's okay because we caught it before we nailed everything in. Now he's gonna put the board in the proper place, and we'll get back to this build. We're gonna stop after this because it's almost 7 and I wanna be a nice neighbor, not a naughty neighbor.
44. Oh, that would explain what I'm seeing.
I'm so
and just
sorry.
on a whim, I'll check this. So that might be pretty damn close.
Should I just cut a board for that? That's bad.
Not super amped up about pulling that back out. Well, let's see what the others are.
Okay, let's...
Yeah, this is why I don't do carpentry.
Man, guys, I had a really rough day that day, apparently. I screwed that up so bad, and I really thought I did so well. I kept rechecking my measure. I must have bumped a board or something.
So that one's bang on. The one under it looks.
Yeah, so I just screwed the pooch on that one board. You know, I wonder if I grabbed a cut-off piece thinking it was...
That would be my suspicion. Something got mixed up in the pile. Yep, that is right on.
Okay. Mike is putting in the last few nails right now, and then that's it, we're done for tonight. Tomorrow we'll come back down and fix up this front half. Second verse, same as the first. And a special thank you to our patrons over on Patreon. We couldn't do this without you guys, so thank you very much for supporting us in that way. I had already cut those king studs out the day before, so Mike set about getting those installed while I measured and marked the correct length to which we needed to cut the trimmer boards, making sure to be as accurate as possible this time around. When using reclaimed lumber, just know that you'll be dealing with a lot of twisted and cupped boards. You can't beat the price though. All we needed to do then was to cut out the tops of the boards, and those former king studs became trimmer boards. That's all we have left for nails. 22 degree.
That would be my guess.
Oh, what about using the square? We ran out of framing nails yesterday, but we need to head into the city anyway to get what we need to make the header boards. So we finished nailing in the studs that we had ready to go and started preparing for the next step on our journey. I did good? And if you want to know more about the costs associated with building an arch cabin, check out this video here. Have a great rest of your week, and I'll see you soon. Bye! Love you.